When it comes to my favorite entry strategy, I think most of you know that I love using moving averages, right? So, but I don't use moving averages alone. I'd be stupid if I did that. And so today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the best strategy that I use in order to enter my trades, either it's volatility indices or it's even boom and crash, right? So in today's video, I'm just going to go a little bit and explain what I look for when I'm entering my trades, right? So over here, right? So let's just use, say, first of all, I check the trend, of course. Everyone takes yes to know where the market is going, the overall trend of the market, right? So let's take this over here as an example, right? So if you want to check your go to the 1 hour or the 4 hour time frame, right? So when I go to the 1 hour time frame, I spot the trend, right? So over here, there's a break in market structure over here, creating out a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, blah 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 blah. Right, so that's it. I think you get the hang of it, right? And I also use my moving averages to check the trend, right? Like over here, if the moving averages are on top of the candlesticks, it means that the market is in a downtrend. And if the moving averages are below the candlesticks, it means that market is in an uptrend, right? So, but I like to do this only on the 15-minute time frame and the 5-minute time frame, right? For the 1 hour, I just use my moving averages as support and resistance, but they also confirm the trend, though they are a lot slower over there. But so over here, right? So how do I now look for my entries, right? So for my entries, I like looking for flip zones, right? Zone flips, whatever I like to call them, zone flips and order blocks. Those are my two entry points, right? And then where those zone flips coincide with the moving average, that's the sweet spot. That's where I enter, right? So let's take, what do I mean? Well, first of all, do you even know what zone flips are? Right, so zone flips, I think if you've been watching my videos, you know what zone flips are. Right, so we are going up, right? Then there's a pullback, right? And over there, when there is that pullback, this last resistance here that was created, this minor resistance over here, that's what we want to mark, right? And when the market continues going up, market continues going up, right? It breaks past that point, right? And a broken resistance, what does it turn into? It turns into a support, right? So when the market pulls back again to that area over here, that's when I'm going to be looking for my entries. So this is a zone flip, right? And sometimes the zone flip isn't respected, right? And that's when I use my, so like my order blocks or supply and demand, whatever you like to call it. But I just call them order blocks. But I think I'll make a video that will make things a little bit simpler for you guys, right? So the order block, what do I mean by an order block, right? So I want to see, right? So this is going this is going up, right? So I want to see the last red candle over here, the last green candle. I'm using red for this, so sorry, but the last green candle over here before the breaking market structure, that's what I call an order block, right? So I just mark that, right? So these 2 points, right? If there's a moving average also maybe slightly below, let me just use another color over here, maybe purple, right? So if there's let's say there's a moving average here and another one maybe over here, maybe there's a moving average over here also, right? So these are the two types of setups that I want to enter, right? So as you can see over here, right, there's this entry over here. I've got my order block and my moving average, so it's so like a double confluence. And the type of pullback, blah blah blah, there are many things that go into this. So over here I enter because there are two confluences over here, and the zone flip and the moving average, two confluences, I enter, right? Then the type of pullback that I would like to see is we're going up again, right? And I want to see my market a little bit consolidating when it pulls back. And then if there's those other two conditions, then that makes it even a better trade, right? The pullback that just happened, just like this one, right? As you can see, this pullback is just going straight, right? Most of the times this is showing momentum, so that area won't be respected, right? So I want to see a little bit of consolidation so that I know that that region might be respected. There's a higher chance for it being respected, right? So over here, I think you get the basic idea of what I mean, right? So right over here, how do I do that, right? So let's take this for example. Since we saw that we are in a downtrend, right, over here, right, I mark this area over here. After my 5200 cross over here, right, I mark this. So this was like a triple confirmation, right? Because I've got this is the zone flip area, because we've got this support over here, and when it gets broken, market pulls back to it. There's a moving average, and this also is an order block because this is the last green candle before pullback, before the breaking market structure. So I'm going to mark this, right? So over here again, right? That's how I mark it, right? And as you can see, the trade went into profit, right? And the pullback, if you can see it, right, is going up, then down, up, right? So it's in a consolidating manner. It's not just going straight up just like this. And then this also here is also a pullback over. It's also an order block somewhere over here. So yeah, I wouldn't enter here. Why? Who can guess why I wouldn't enter over here, right? Because there's no moving average on top, right? So if there was a moving average here, I would have entered, I would have considered entering, but there's no moving average here, so I do not enter, right? So the moving averages, that's what I usually use for my entries, right? So right over here again, we mark this zone over here. As you can see, there's a zone flip over here and a pullback respecting coinciding with what, with the 50 moving average, right? So I take my entry over here when there's a candlestick confirmation. I'm not talking much about candlestick confirmations in this video, right? And as you can see, after we went down, right, we also put back again, right? Now we are going for this order block. Now this is the order block because this is the last green candle before the breaking market structure, right? So you can mark that again, right? So this strategy, you can use it either for boom and crash or volatility indices, anything, right? So as I mentioned earlier, right? So right over here, when this order block here, there's also a moving average on top that's making this a better entry, right? The pullback is giving green candle, red candle, green candle, red candle, green candle, red candle. This is a slowdown in momentum. That's what I call a slowdown in momentum, right? So that's what I'm just essentially looking for, right? Over here again, I think you get the hang of this, right? And if you practice it more in demo, you'll get the hang of it, right? So over here, this is a minor support over here. It gets broken, right? And the market pulls back to that area in a consolidating manner again, and you get your entries, right? So it's just, and this now is an order block over here. So as you can see, you can get multiple entries a day, especially if you're a scalper. You get multiple entries. And I'm using the 15-minute time frame here. So imagine if you shift down to the 5-minute time frame, how many entries you'd be able to get, right? So let's shift to the 5-minute time frame so that we can see a little bit of what we are doing here, because the moving averages will be more. So over here, this was the trades that we were talking about over here, but now we are testing the 200 moving average instead of the 50 moving average, right? Then over here again, this is a breaking market structure over here, right? We've got a breaking market structure over here, right? The last green candle, we mark that. It's also where our moving average is, right? And oh, this is an uptrend. We're only looking for down setups or for selling setups, right? So that's when the uptrend was starting, right? So we're only looking for selling setups. As we said, that this is an uptrend. Let me just show you an example on an uptrend, right? So this is the same thing that we'll be doing, right? So over here, this is our what, zone flip over here, because this is the last resistance, right? And it gets broken, we come back to test it, right? But the order block is this red candle over here. That's what you mark. We mark that order block, we drag it to the future, and as you can see, the order block is the one that's next to the moving average, right? So when you get that doji formation over here, we enter that trade, right? And you can also even use this strategy on the 1-minute time frame, though I don't encourage you to do that. I don't encourage you, not in single one, not any time, right? So right over here again, we've got a breaking market structure over here, breaking market structure, pull back, order block, we enter. It's just that simple, guys, right? We've got an order block over here. Yeah, I think I'll talk more on order blocks so that you get the better aim of this, right? So that's it for this video, guys. Think that if you think that there's not something that I didn't make clear, if you want any more clarification, just leave a comment in the comment section down below and I'll address that, right? So that's it.